Okay, so it is Friday evening, and I'm going into work to catch a little overtime because this is the lesson that I've talked to you guys many times about, your needs versus your wants. Now, I can make this case go either way, so bear with me. I wanted to be able to go downtown to First Fridays tonight, which happens once a month, and be able to check out poetry and some of the other stuff that they got going on down there. But I need to pay down some bills and stay responsible as a just productive human, but as a father and as a man. So I have that to speak to in the first place. So I'm going to address what I need to do because nobody's going to be out here to save many of us if we're not taking care of what we need to. It's our responsibility first and foremost. So that being said, we all have a responsibility to address the wants, certainly, when it doesn't interfere with the needs. That's an important piece to this, is we really have to kind of prioritize. And I think a lot of times in our society, at certain ages and certain circles of demographics, people like to put out the fires of wants rather than needs. And this is where I believe that a lot of our moral fabric breaks down, because we don't look at things in the context of, this is what I actually need to address because it's the important part. The fun part is always easy, but the hard part is saying, I have to put this to the side. But in the long run, taking care of your wants are going to give you a temporary satisfaction, whereas the needs, they need to get done. Now, that said, if I was really, really stressing out and felt like I was going to break, then I need to not go into work and take my full time off on the weekend, because it's for my health. So that said, money should not override your health. Never. There's not a point in time where money should override your health or your happiness. So I'm not stressed to that level. And I'm also taking advantage of a moment, because I've gone in 4 other days this week and have amassed, probably 6 to 8 hours of overtime already. So going in now at this point in time is really going to stack up that little bit of overtime, give me a bigger check, and help me with the bills that I was talking about. So it addresses the things that I need to do with a little bit more impact. So moving forward, I may not have to. Wow. Okay, guys. Just a quick note. You can see those telephone poles. Look at those leaning from the monsoon storm that we just had. That's crazy. Sorry. So we have that to really speak to. But again, if I were breaking mentally and I thought that was really, something that I had to say, I need a real break, then no. Then you have to swap the needs and the wants. You need to take that day off, even though you might want to go out and earn more money. Money should not come first. That's my considered opinion, and probably a lot of mental health experts as well, and your family and your loved ones would tell you the same thing. So keep that in mind. Needs and wants are transferable, but really put it into a real place of like, what is going to benefit me and how does that impact me personally? Because what you don't want to do is address the fun needs or the fun wants over the needs, and then stress yourself later by not having the resources that you needed in the form of being able to pay your bills or buy your groceries or whatever it is. So you got to play a long game, and you got to be very strategic when it comes to that. But most of us probably know what we need to do, and if we're honest with ourselves and practice real self-accountability, then we know that there's more often than not, than we need to take care of things. But we know in which order we need to take care of things. And so that's the important part to this, is because a lot of times we will sacrifice our health for money. And I've always told people, even if you amass a lot of money, you only have one health, and you can't buy your way out of poor health. Like, you can certainly get surgeries and procedures and things like that, but for the most part, once all that stuff is setting in, you got some real permanent problems. And that's just, it's happened. We've seen it. And you can't take your money with you when all is said and done. So take the time to enjoy things in life. But I know in a few weeks' time, when this extra check comes or this extra money comes, when it comes time to think about going back to something like a First Friday or an open mic or something like that, I won't stress about it. I'll know that I took advantage of being in a pay period where I was already amassing little bits here and there, 2 hours here, 2 hours there, 2 hours there. It all adds up. And so now I can just throw on another 4 to 6 hours on top of it. Not bad. And I've always had a general rule: don't go crazy with your overtime, because a lot of times, a lot of you, I'm sure you've seen that shock of tax, where it's like, holy cow, I got taxed way more because I worked this crazy amount of overtime. So I learned that lesson a while ago. But I'm nobody's financial advisor, and that car was going the wrong way. Oh man. I'm nobody's financial advisor. I'm nobody's mental health expert. These are just things that I would say, as somebody who's gone through it on all ends, just understand those, the balance and the transferable nature of wants and needs. So I'm going to stop rambling. What are your thoughts? Advice up the ace up the sleeve. Advice, comment, experience. You can like or dislike the video. I won't be mad at you either way. Please leave a comment and subscribe to the channel and share the content. I would love to have more followers and people that can add to what I got going on here. So, guys, I hope this finds everybody in a pursuit of total health, mind, body, and soul. Peace, love, unity, solidarity. Ooh, you hear that revving?